True love through the Stoic lens. 7 signs she truly loves you. Love, what does it truly mean to be loved, deeply, authentically, and with the kind of commitment that lasts through the trials and challenges of life? In our modern world, we often define love by transient moments, an affectionate glance, a thoughtful gesture, a memorable date night. But when we peel back the surface, we see that love, the true kind, isn't confined to a specific moment or act. It is something much deeper. True love goes beyond the warm and fuzzy feelings we often associate with the word. It transcends superficial emotions, and instead, it reaches the very core of our being. In this exploration, we'll delve into 7 signs that reveal when a woman genuinely loves you, not based on grand gestures or shallow affection, but on deep, authentic connection. These signs are rooted in the Stoic understanding of love, an understanding that suggests love is not just about feelings or emotions, but about virtue, growth, and presence. Stoicism teaches us that real love is about grounding ourselves in truth, accepting both the light and the dark within ourselves, and understanding that true connection is forged through trials, not in comfortable spaces. If you're tired of playing games, tired of fleeting relationships, and if you want to understand love on a deeper, almost uncomfortable level, this video is for you. The 7 signs we will discuss go beyond typical surface-level advice. They dive into the philosophical, the psychological, and the emotional depth of true love, grounded in Stoic thought. So let's take a closer look at these 7 signs that can help you understand whether the woman you're with is loving you in a way that is profound, transformative, and real. Sign 1. She argues like she's fighting for her soul. When most people argue, it's typically about small disagreements. Who forgot to take out the trash, which show to watch next, or some other trivial matter. But when a woman truly loves you, her arguments take on a different form. These aren't just petty disagreements. They are intense emotional and psychological exchanges. To the outside world, they might seem like overreactions or unnecessary tension, but within the context of love, they represent something far deeper. Love, in its most profound sense, makes us vulnerable. It exposes us. When a woman loves you deeply, she does not merely argue for the sake of being right. She argues because her soul is at stake. This is not an argument over whether the dishes were washed. This is an argument over trust, fear of abandonment, and the very foundation of her sense of self. Stoic insight. The Stoics understood that growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in adversity. In relationships, this means that true love is not about avoiding conflict, but about navigating it with purpose and understanding. In a Stoic sense, these arguments are opportunities for both partners to confront their fears, insecurities, and limitations. They are moments of deep personal growth and emotional exposure. When a woman argues with you fiercely, it is because she is grappling with her own vulnerability. She's trying to protect her deepest fears, the parts of herself that only you have access to. She isn't fighting for control. She's fighting to maintain the emotional integrity of her soul in the face of love. Real-life example. Think of a time when a woman seemed irrationally upset by something you said or did. Perhaps it was a misunderstanding, or perhaps you miscommunicated unintentionally. At the time, it may have seemed disproportionate, but underneath her reaction was her fear of losing herself in you. The argument, though intense, wasn't about the disagreement. It was about her deep emotional commitment to your relationship. The Stoic view here is that true love forces us to confront the parts of ourselves we most fear, those parts of ourselves we sometimes don't even fully understand. And that discomfort is part of the growth that love fosters. Sign 2. She shows you her ugly. Every relationship goes through a moment when the real person begins to emerge. Not the polished, curated version that we all present to the world, but the raw, unfiltered version. This is when the emotional armor slips, and what is revealed is often messy, chaotic, and imperfect. When a woman truly loves you, she lets you see the parts of herself that she hides from others. These are the parts that are broken, vulnerable, and scarred. She reveals the emotional wounds, the past pain, the insecurities that she's carefully kept hidden from the rest of the world. Stoic insight. In Stoic philosophy, acceptance of one's flaws and imperfections is seen as a virtue. It is through this acceptance that we are able to live in harmony with the universe and ultimately find peace. A woman who truly loves you is not interested in keeping up a facade. She wants you to see her at her most raw, because in love, there is a radical form of acceptance. Stoics believed that we should not only accept ourselves, but also accept others in their entirety, including their flaws and struggles. By showing you her ugly, she is giving you a sacred trust, not seeking sympathy, but simply revealing the truth of who she is. Real-life example. Imagine a moment when she lets down her guard. Perhaps in a quiet moment, she confesses her childhood fears or the heartbreak she's been hiding for years. She may tell you about a time when she failed or when she felt lost. These moments are not weaknesses. They are signs of trust, of intimacy. In Stoic terms, this is a moment of virtue and vulnerability. She is showing you her true self and asking for acceptance, not of her perfect persona, but of her full, authentic being. And when you embrace her in this moment, you are practicing one of the highest forms of love, acceptance. Sign 3. She remembers the smallest details. In our fast-paced, distracted world, it's easy to forget the little things. But love, true love, is built on attention to detail. When a woman genuinely loves you, she doesn't just remember the important dates like birthdays or anniversaries. She remembers the tiny, seemingly insignificant things that make you who you are. She remembers the stories you told her about your childhood, the songs that make you nostalgic, the scent that reminds you of home. Stoic insight. For the Stoics, attention and presence were integral to living a virtuous life. True love, according to Stoicism, is not about grand, attention-grabbing gestures. It is about being fully present in each moment, noticing the little things, and cherishing the minutiae that make someone unique. A woman who loves you deeply doesn't just hear you. She listens. She doesn't just remember your favorite food. She remembers why it matters to you. This deep, focused attention is an expression of respect and care, and it is a radical act in a world where distraction is the norm. Real-life example. Think back to a time when she surprised you with something that seemed so small but meant so much. Perhaps she brought you a book you had mentioned months ago, or she picked up a coffee exactly how you like it, knowing that it reminds you of a loved one. This is love in action, not in the grand public displays, but in the small, intimate moments that show she's paying attention to the details that make you, you. Sign 4. She challenges your comfort zone. Love is not meant to be easy. True love challenges us, sometimes uncomfortably so, to grow, evolve, and become the best versions of ourselves. A woman who loves you deeply won't let you settle for mediocrity. She will challenge your beliefs, your habits, your limitations. She won't let you coast through life, and she won't let you shrink to fit into a smaller version of yourself. She sees your potential, and she demands more from you, not because she's dissatisfied with you, but because she wants you to reach your fullest potential. Stoic insight. The Stoics believe that life is not about seeking comfort, but about pursuing virtue and growth through challenge. Love, in the Stoic sense, should inspire us to become better people, to rise above the limitations we impose on ourselves. A woman who truly loves you sees you for who you could be, not just who you are right now. She refuses to let you settle into complacency. She encourages you to evolve, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to reach for the highest version of yourself. Real-life example. Perhaps she pushes you to take a leap of faith. Maybe it's to take a career risk, challenge your assumptions about yourself, or confront a fear you've been avoiding. This isn't about criticism. This is love in its most challenging form. It's about someone who believes in you so deeply that they won't let you stay small. Stoicism teaches that growth often happens in discomfort, and if she's challenging you, it's because she understands this principle deeply. Sign 5. She defends you in your absence. The ultimate sign of loyalty and love is the ability to defend someone when they aren't present. A woman who loves you will not only defend you when you're together, but will also stand up for you when you're not around to hear it. This isn't about grand gestures of heroism. It's about quiet, steadfast loyalty that exists in the background, away from the spotlight. Stoic insight. In Stoicism, virtue is demonstrated not just in public, but in the private moments when no one is watching. True love isn't performative. It is grounded in the core belief that you and your partner are one, even in your absence. Love, in this sense, is about upholding the dignity and respect of your partner, even when they aren't there to witness it. Real-life example. Think about a situation where someone spoke ill of you when you weren't present. Did she defend your character, even if it wasn't the easy thing to do? Did she stand up for you, even when the conversation wasn't in her favor? This quiet form of loyalty is love in its most profound and unspoken form. It's not about needing to be praised for the defense. It's about doing what is right because she deeply values and respects you. Sign 6. She imagines a future with you in it. Love is not just about the present. It is about building a future together. When a woman loves you, she doesn't just talk about the present. She talks about the future, and she includes you in her plans. This doesn't necessarily mean a proposal or a timeline. It means that she sees you as part of her long-term vision. Stoic insight. In Stoicism, we understand that the future is shaped by the decisions we make today. True love isn't about fantasy or idealized dreams. It's about creating a shared future with intention. When a woman imagines a future with you, it shows that she sees your relationship as a lasting partnership built on mutual respect, growth, and commitment. This is not about dependency. It's about collaboration and shared intention. Real-life example. Perhaps she mentions plans for future vacations, buying a home together, or starting a family. These are signs that she envisions a long-term life with you. She's not just dreaming about a future. She's actively imagining and planning for it. This is love rooted in intention and foresight, not just in the present moment. The Stoics taught us that by focusing on what truly matters, we can shape our futures. When she speaks about the future with you, she's doing just that, shaping a future built on love and mutual purpose. Sign 7. She loves you despite the version of you that's still evolving. Finally, the most radical form of love is the ability to love someone through their evolution. The ability to love you not just for who you are right now, but for who you are becoming. In love, as in life, we are all constantly changing. And the woman who truly loves you will not just love you when you've arrived. She will love you in your journey, in your struggles, and in your growth. Stoic insight. Stoicism teaches that life is a process of becoming, not a final destination. True love, from a Stoic perspective, is about accepting and loving someone through their evolution. It's about understanding that none of us are perfect and that the journey of becoming a virtuous person is ongoing. When a woman loves you, she doesn't love the finished product. She loves the effort, the struggle, and the journey that you are on to become the best version of yourself. Real-life example. You might not have everything figured out yet. Maybe you still have dreams that are unfulfilled or habits you're trying to break. But she stays by your side, not because she believes you're perfect, but because she believes in your process. She loves you for your effort, your evolution, and your potential. This kind of love is rare. It's not based on the person you are right now, but on who you are becoming. Stoicism teaches us that the process of growth is just as important, if not more so, than the destination. When she loves you through your growth, she is embodying the most profound form of love. In the end, love isn't about perfection. It isn't about grand gestures or fairy tale moments. True love is about depth, vulnerability, and growth. It is about accepting each other fully, not just in our polished, idealized versions, but in our raw, imperfect states. The Stoics taught us that love, like everything else in life, requires mindfulness, presence, and virtue. True love doesn't thrive in comfort. It thrives in challenges, in growth, in discomfort. When a woman loves you deeply, it's not just about feeling good in the moment. It's about evolving together, learning from each other, and building a future that reflects the strength of your bond. So, if you see these 7 signs in your relationship, recognize them for what they truly are: a profound, transformative connection that goes beyond the superficial and reaches the very heart of love itself. If you find this kind of love, hold on to it, nurture it, and build something lasting together. Because real love, true love, isn't about finding perfection. It's about embracing the journey together.